Welcome to Garage Built Strongman, the worst strongman channel on YouTube. Probably anywhere, probably everywhere. Anyway, today is deadlifts and duck carry. Duck carry to step, one stair. So my next event, we have a deficit deadlift, and so I'm going to work up to about 80% for 3 sets of 3. We're starting a new block this week, so we're going to work into it. I've got a little over a month, 5 weeks, I believe. So we'll get into that and some carries. We're going to try and keep this video much shorter than I usually do. I think it's a little more interesting. Anyway, so I've warmed up to, I don't know, 285. Yeah, do 275. So we're going up to 370, which is not heavy. But as we progress, we're going to work up to those heavier weights, and then we're also for a deficit. So it's a 2-inch deficit. I don't know if it's an increasing deficit or increasing weight, or if it's for reps. I haven't really found out all the details for it, but it's on the board as descending deficit deadlifts at 465. So again, I don't know if it's going to be for reps or if they're going to continue to get it lower. Whatever. All right. What did I say? 275. All right, let's go up. All right, 315. Let's hit it. My normal progression is like 50-pound jumps. And that's what I did. Seems kind of silly. So I'm only going to do one at this weight because I'm only going to go to 375. 80% was like 372 or 373. And that's just, I don't, it's a stupid number. So I'm just going to give this a quick couple of pulls and a slap on 2 more 5s. And we'll get going. I like to keep up that speed on the bar, but if you've been here before, you know I suck at deadlifting. So I have 375 on the bar. So first things first, I am going to use my figure 8s. Biggest reason is I don't want my grip to fail or anything. Not for 3 pulls, it wouldn't anyway, but I've been having trouble with my left thumb. Probably just arthritis. I am 51. I am competing in the Masters 50 plus category again this year. So there's that. I'm not going to go to the hard belt. I'm going to stick with the soft belt. Now, it doesn't offer me a lot of support, so I have to rely on sheer strength, not just the support of a belt. I believe it's better. I kind of subscribe to Eddie Hall's training method, where he said he didn't train up until the last few months before he made his 500-kilogram pull. So I thought I need all the help I can get. So I just use the soft belt, kind of more to keep my back warm. I do have some lower back issues. They don't really arise, but I'm keeping my back warm, and it's kind of cold today. It's like I think it was like 5 degrees, which doesn't sound like real cold, but here it's been 10, 12, 15, 16 degrees. And then like the next day it's snowing. So, you know, so I'm just going to stick with these. I'm not going to get real crazy because the weight is not above what I can handle. So 3 sets of 3 at 375. I really try to focus on making sure I'm bringing my body up, like my hips are moving properly with my body. Try and make sure my form and my mechanics are good. Deadlift always feels awkward for me. So I don't know. Some days it just doesn't feel like enough sets or reps. But again, start of a new block. Trust the process. 3 years with Coach Woods. She's not let me down. She's always had my back. She's always had something to say, some insight into what's going on or what I feel has gone wrong. So I absolutely trust the process and I trust her judgment. So if you can't trust your coach, then you got a problem. All right. I believe we're doing stiff-legged deadlifts now. Okay. Gonna use this little platform I built. It's a 2-inch riser so that I can get a little more stretch out of it. So I got 2 sets of 8. All right. That's it. And then there's some other stuff that I got to do. It's really uninteresting. So I got another set of this. You don't really need to see it. You get the gist. So 2 sets of 8. It's 225. Then I've got a little bit of core work that is programmed in. And then I'm going to move on to sorry, the duck walk to a stair. They said it's kind of cold outside, so I'm going to try and set up inside my gym here. I'll maybe do it down and back and onto the step. And yeah, so that works out to about 30 feet or so. A little bit more, but it's okay. All right, let's do that. All right. I don't know if it's easy to see. So I've got 200 pounds on my loadable kettlebell. So that's to simulate the duck walk. Not sure on the height. I don't know what kind of implement they're actually going to use, if they're going to use something smaller or what, but I've used 30s and 25s to keep it as narrow as possible. I just kind of improvise a step. It's about 12 inches, which should be along the lines of the event in May. So I'm going to do a down and back. It was it was 20 to 25 feet. So that's a little bit more than 25 feet. Adds a little bit of extra work to make the turn. Now I could set it down and repick it, which would strengthen up my grip. I will play that by ear. I want to throw a huge, throw, I want to throw a huge shout out to Chocolates. I picked this up at Arnold Sports Festival. I'm not sponsored by anybody anywhere ever. Even my wife won't talk to me. Anyway, this is it's a silica based chalk, and like it doesn't take much. I think this stuff is really awesome. I don't know that it will take the place of we're using regular liquid chalk or powdered chalk, but I kind of like it. So I'm like, it's like that much, okay? And you kind of do this, and it takes like dries your hands right out, and it makes them really sticky feeling. And I've used it on a few events. I've used this on this event in the past. Last week when I was trying it out and warming up, it actually works really good. The one thing you want to make sure is that you wash it off before you eat anything or anything like that, because well, it's silica. So, all right, let's give this a go. I'm going to start in front of the step. And I am using my belt for this. It's an awkward carry. So let's get it. I don't know. Sometimes I think they're too nice to us old farts. It's either 200 or 225. Now, I don't know if it's a 200-pound carry to the step, and then you got to put a 225 up. So I'm going to up this to 225. I just got to add another 20. Okay. I switched out one of the 25s for a 35. So we're now at 235. The last run was 225. I was going to make it an even 240, but there just wasn't enough space the way it's set up. I do have another 35 that I could add, but I mean, if the carry is 200 and the up onto the step is 225, I'm over the weight. One of the big things that I decided I need to work on is keeping my speed up. Any frame carry, yoke, anything like that, I need to get more foot speed out of the events. I do okay. I can run top part of the pack in any event at Arnold's, the frame carry, and so on. I did pretty well. I was fourth overall. So if I could gain more speed and more foot control, I definitely would improve. So that's what I'm really chasing after. Now, this particular setup really digs into my inner thigh. So next time I will use my compression shorts to maybe protect my legs a little bit more. I put the knee sleeves on kind of to protect the inside of my knees, but let's see. All right, 235. Woo! All right. So I was 2 good sets above comp weight. I think. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure on the setup. I'm only sure of the weights. So above comp weight, I think that's going to do it for today. I've gotten everything done. Again, this is a build up. This is the first week of the block leading up to max weights for the event. So I hope you guys liked the video. Appreciate you coming to check it out. And I hope you come back. We've got some interesting stuff. I still have to work on log. And the interesting one is the fire hydrant carry. I have a 210-pound fire hydrant. And we got to do sandbag toss for distance. So make sure you come check them out because they're going to be a lot of fun. Thanks for stopping by.